What is going on? I should have put over here with the excitement today. And today, the Minnesota Vikings announced not too long ago, I think it was yesterday, that they're gonna part ways with the defensive corner until um I'm pretty sure this is it's a great direction for the Minnesota Vikings. And to be honest, as a Minnesota Vikings fan, I think it's the right direction that they're going approaching their defense and trying to find a better suitable person to run this defense. His style of defense was not great. I'm sorry, but it was not great at all. Because he didn't make no sub type of adjustments at all. Maybe like a few throughout the season, but not this past playoff game when it really matters the most. And I'm saying this, the defense caused that Minnesota Vikings that football game. And explain the details later on the video. So here's the breakdown that the Minnesota Vikings defense uh breakdown. So when they're a nickel personal group, they're 80.4% of the time. That was 30 in the NFL. The split safeties was 50.4 defenses of the snaps, fifth in the NFL. Zone coverage 79.4, fourth in the NFL, and he plays only 22.1% of the time, which is the 12th lowest in the NFL. When you blitz 22.1% of the time, that's not great. You want to make sure you blitzing more, pressure the quarterback, make sure you make his life as a quarterback in that game miserable. You want to make sure because he will make mistakes. And also, the Minnesota Vikings allow 400 consecutive or more yards in 5 straight games. And they went on to win 3 of those 5. Like, if you would put this style of defense like that another set of 5, you're not winning. You'd be lucky to win it another 3 out of set of 5, but you're not winning 5 in a row. You're not winning 4. You're probably lucky to just win 2 or 3 of those or not any. But yeah, so the first game it was against the first set of 5 was against Buffalo, which is a very challenging game of the year, game of the year. The outcome was with the win for the Minnesota Vikings. They won that game 33-30 in overtime. The defense turned over the football. We know caused the Bills. Josh had to throw an interception once again in the red zone to win that football game. But Allen, just one player alone, 400 more yards. That is not good for your defense. It's just one player that had 400 or more yards in one game. Allen went 29-43, a touchdown, 2 interceptions, 84 rushing yards with passing yards of no other than no other than I'm going to see again finally here my notes. Oh, here we go. 330 yards. That is like 414 total yards by one player. And then you have 47 yards for Singletary, another 20 yards for Cook, McKenzie 18 rushing yards, and Johnson 4 rushing yards. Not good. When you give a 400 more yards, especially with one person in that game, not good. But the Vikings came out the winner with that one. But I don't want to talk about the next game against Dallas. That was 40-3, a huge blowout. But that's when it would have been a lot closer. It would for sure now would have been 40-3. Because Cleveland was up. Cleveland left. Deriso did not play. But now we have both of those guys in the O line. It probably a lot closer. it probably been within 10 points. But that they went a total 151 yards, giving up a defense, and 276 passing yards, which Dak Prescott completed 22 out of 25 of his passes. Once again, not putting much pressure on Dak Prescott. Was able to roam free a lot, has a lot of time to pass and make his completions more easier. Now, Thanksgiving football against New England Patriots. Vikings giving the one there, 33 to 26 with Mac Jones. Make look good. Our defense look so bad. 382 yards, 2 touchdowns, 45 rushing yards. The following week, Minnesota versus New York Jets. Another win, 27-22, came down to the wire. Mike White, 31 of 57 yards. Mega looks back again, 369 yards. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a total of 120 rushing yards as a team, which 509 yards given up on defense to the Jets. And then Minnesota versus Detroit Lions. This Detroit Lions is no joke. They're actually a legit team, and I can see them winning 10 games next year. Vikings lost 24-23, 27-39 completions for Jared Goff, 330 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 134 rushing yards. And damn, so the Vikings give up total another points for defense on the game. No, not good. So this is where they rank. So they're ranked 28th in the league. So they were ranked 28th in the league, which is not good at all. Now, I'm sorry, that's not good at all. So they're ranked 28th, given points in the league, 25th, 0.1 points per average. They were ranked 31 in the league, the second worst team when it comes to passing yards. You think of 388.7, which makes sense, especially in these 5 games, which basically you give up 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 5 games you give over 300 passing yards. The one against Dallas, you almost give another one up. I'm pretty sure they did with the backup quarterback with Cooper Rush, which probably put over another 300 yards for passing, which is not good for this Vikings defense. And the Giants in that playoff game, they really just gashed the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, with the Vikings defense thing, they got 31 points given up, 431 yards. Five scoring drives for the New York Giants with at least 75 yards per scoring drive of those 5. And they have 18 plays that had 10 yards or more. You cannot win defensively. That's what they say. Defense win football games, right? You cannot win, especially in the defensive side, if you give this much plays. The Vikings, obviously, this season, they were good. I did not worry about this offense at all. I do not blame Kirk Cousins at all this year. He played out his mind that game. I don't want to mention that last play. He want to make sure to keep that play alive, and he did. But even though it was a short pass, but everyone knows it was covered. But you say you would have wanted it in the middle and throw it, go to the train and throw it. You didn't know what happened next. We just don't know. So yeah, so defensively, the Minnesota Vikings cost that football game. It showed defensively 31 points for 31 yards given up, 5 scoring drives that at least have 75 yards or more per scoring drive on average, and 18 plays that hit 10 yards or more. Not good defensively. I'm so excited that we part ways with our defensive coordinator. And I'm not sure what we should get for a defensive coordinator. Maybe like Brian Flores. John Peter will not come here to be a D coach, defensive coordinator coach. He will not take more than a head coaching job. And hats off to Kevin Cutter with a great season. Great job with the Minnesota Vikings, especially the offensive side on a great season. Can't wait for next season. I hope we find a good defensive coordinator that will help clean this mess up. And we know our defense is not this bad. We know that as a fan base, but especially these 5 games, especially in a row, we know like we should have. After these 5 games, we should have part ways with them, especially at the Detroit game. But it is what it is. I'm excited that we're headed in a different direction. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure you look. And what are your thoughts, especially Minnesota Vikings fans? What are your thoughts about this parting ways with Ed Dontel? Let me know down in the comments. And also let me know what you think we should get as a defensive coordinator. Let me know down in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification button if you have not yet already. Thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you out in the next video. Deuces.